bring dead people from the streets and everywhere they found somewhere. They were bringing dead people to the church. They don't know what to do with the bodies of people on the street before the house. And after the South collapsed, that debris magic. Anyway, we're going to go now to the memorial of the firefighters and first responders.
Yeah.
343 died that day. What I told you, I'm going to show you another memorial. This is the memorial with no names because more than 5,000 have died in the last 20 years. And people are dying today, and there is no space on the fountains with no names. So the new memorial have no names. That memorial was not paid by the government. It was paid by a law firm. Because a firefighter volunteer was a lawyer. And he was at his office. He heard what was happening, he dropped everything. Get his fear, came here, never went out. So his office paid for the memorial. It's a whole wall with 100 pictures of them together on the scene of the day. So let's go that way. That corner sometimes there's a gentleman who lives there. You understand what I'm saying? And we always scanning to him. He knows he's been there for years and he knows a lot about the event. I let him talk. And then we okay, let's be done.
Where are you going?
We're coming back, don't we? The land is owned by New Jersey Transit and New York Transit, so it's overnight. So there were police from New Jersey Transit, police from New York Transit, there were paramedics, marshals, firefighters. Even when you look at the land trucks, before the second tower was, they called everybody. Every fire station, every ladder, every engine from here. And they were bringing first responders on buses. You know what?
On the right-hand side, you'll see the back.
I want you to notice that they put all ethnic groups and women representing the force today. We have women captains and firefighters, okay? But look at this. There is a coffin here. The flowers, there is a coffin here. There was no coffin, there's a symbolism. I'm going to tell you in a second. It's a woman. Another woman. Washing their faces on the toxic ashes, the towers on fire, the side of the river, the trucks, the names underneath are on seniority. The first name is a captain over 40 years on the force. The last name is a young man who graduated 2 months before that time. So take pictures, you have like this of them. Look. Sorry. Like when you stop here, I told you it's a symbolism. It represents a very special gentleman. Father Michael Judge, a Catholic priest, he was the chaplain of the firefighters department. That morning, even though he was at the station where he works, he was not on duty. They asked him to stay. Why do you have a coffin? They asked him to stay. He tried to get into the truck. They pushed him out. The truck depart, and he ran with his two legs here. Here they said, no, go back, go back. Refused. He started giving the last rites to bodies that he found on the floor. And when the bodies come from that height, it's like broken glass of no nose. He was giving the last rites. People in panic. We don't fall. They don't jump. They said they fall because they were not there for that. When suddenly one of them fall on top of him and killed him right. These aliens as rescue workers took him to the Catholic church that I showed you before. When Father Joe saw them, they said, no more bodies. We already have 30 bodies from the people of the street. There is no floor for more dead people. Please don't bring more dead people. And they said, you don't understand, this is Father Michael Joseph, was well known on the city. And yes, the only spot available is right in front of the altar. And at that moment, the rescue workers tag him as the victim 0001, our first hero, died. But look at this picture. The New York Times considered these pictures the modern Pietà of the century. Inside of the church is a copy of the Pietà of Michelangelo, when Virgin Mary carried Jesus' body when they put it down on the cross. His body is exactly the same way. Oh, Father. That's what he said. Turn around. That's a Greek Orthodox church that was there. It's called St. Nicholas Shrine. It was destroyed because that is the south fountain where the south tower were. It's designed by Santiago Calatrava, the same guy who designed it. So finish, as you can tell. They're going to finish it hopefully. It's going to be like a history walk, and the door is going to be 24/7. Let's continue. We are in ground zero. Why they call this area ground zero? Why? The terminology arises when the dropping of the atomic bomb of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The atomic bomb is also here, right under is called ground zero. The airplanes in the building, not here on the floor, but this is ground zero. The memorial was designed by a celebrated architect of the United States called Peter Walker. And Michael Arad, engineer and architect, also they both designed it. The memorial name is reflective absence. The mountains are located exactly in the perimeter of the building. Look at this, 400 white oak trees were planted here. Why? First, to bring nature. Instead of building, we need nature to be human. Second, the trees have a duty of blocking the view. I told you this is a sacred ground. The memorial is supposed to be open, but because of the pandemic, they closed it 10 to 5 now. But it's supposed to be open 24 hours. Actually, the trees are back in at night. 400 white oak trees to block the view. See the noise of the fountains? They are noisy and they are meant to be noisy. Because when you pay attention to that noise, you can block the other noises of the city. When you get to the fountain and touch it, do not recline, touch it, you will be inside the building. The line of trees surrounding the fountains are marking where the columns of the building were. They were outside. 76 flags counterclockwise, and the names are not on alphabetical order, but on congenial adjacency. That means that congenial adjacency means that if the office is a cubicle right next to him, that's where they put the name. If they were family having coffee every morning at 9 a.m. in the cafeteria extra, they put it together. If the airplane they sit together, even though they're not family, they put it together. The computers that you put the name and the name exactly where it's called. The flags that you put these numbers and end for Now, what we're going to do, a part of the exercise, is go to the fountain, touch it, concentrate on the water, take a couple of deep breaths, and you will see that your brain will block your energy. And when you're ready, touch the water. The design of the memorial, when you touch the water, there is a gap between the flag and the bottom here, right there. Why? You block the view, block the noises, you get into a spiritual state, you connect with your loved ones, and when you touch the water, people, you become part of it. You see this entrance? This is the delivery entrance. The first attack to the tower was on September 11, was February 26, 1993, and the main truck exploding underneath the North Tower, killing 6 or 7 people. Why is it 6 or 7? The design of the memorial don't want to tell you how many victims. So every time it was a pregnant woman, they wrote Monica Rodriguez Smith in that case, and her unborn child. Those babies are not accounted. The people that are accounted on the tower were the people who click in. It's your personal decision to count or not. They don't want to count. Okay? Now every truck is going to be checked for bombs, radiation, and chemicals before going under it. Remember, from Broadway to the garden is open on the ground. There is a level for the gardener to take care of the trees. The dirt is loose like in a real forest, and there are corners all over the place for the regulators for the buildings. There is shopping mall. The museum main exhibition is underneath this fountain, 70 feet below ground. So you're gonna be seeing. So you cannot afford an excursion on the ground. No way. Okay? Questions? Questions? No? What quiz? What is the uniqueness of the seventh tower? The uniqueness of the seven. Okay, nobody's going to the museum. You're not paying attention. I've been talking for an hour. Huh? The degree follows the seven. That's right, but that's not the uniqueness. No? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What else? They're not going anywhere. Sorry for you.
I'm the Italian guy. I just
I'm going to talk to you. You drop on your knees and pray to God that I stop talking. It's the only one on the same location with the same name because nobody died was the first one rebuilt. The only one on the same location with the same name. We have the 1, the 7, the 3, and the 4. The 2 and the 5. Huh?
So you actually
Everybody was evacuated on that building. Questions? Why ask me questions? How many trees are planted here?
400.
Thank you. Right on. Thank you. Thank you so much. What's that? Very interesting. You see the sphere over there? Answer me. You see the sphere? That sphere was a sculpture inside of the fountain between the towers. Okay? There was a fountain, the sphere, that trees and benches around, and the big plaza that I saw concerts, I ride my bicycle, all that stuff. So it was under the debris. You see it? You don't see it. It was underneath the pile, and they found it. And when they found it, as you see there, they called the artist, a German artist, who called the sculpture freedom of trade among the nations. And the artist says destroy it. And I know why. Because for him, the meaning of this piece of art was corrupted with the attack. The name is freedom of trade among the nations. And they convinced him to keep it. They put it on battery park for 16 years, and now the new home right there. That's Liberty Plaza, because this is Liberty Street. On the winter, I would say January, when the oaks have no leaves, that's an elevated view of the plaza. Now you go and the trees are doing their job of blocking the view. It's great. Also, there is a sculpture of the first group of Marines that went looking for Osama bin Laden in horses on the desert. So the first group of Marines went after Osama bin Laden. They went on the desert with horses, so there's a sculpture there. All behind that elevated plaza. You can go behind the church of that there. No. We have to see a lot of stuff here, and we are not done yet. You can go on your own time. So now we're going to do this. If you see the people, the family can go do whatever they like on the knee, the loved ones, the friends. And every 24 hours they remove it so they don't have up. But if you see a white rose, is the 1911 Ford celebrating the birthday or the anniversary of the person. Even though if the family cannot come, they put a white rose. Other flowers, pictures, teddy bears, rocks, flags with the family or friends coming to visit their loved ones. Okay? Ready? Let's do the exercise. Water coming from the top representing the victim, going to a pool, and then you will not see the end. Because there is no end to the pain and sorrow of the family to never have closure. Forever. My group, when you're ready, touch the water here, right here. Right here. It's clean and recycle every day. Touch the water. Right here. Yes, that's a good question. Let's look everyone. These lines of trees, our guest is asking, I'm marking where the columns of the building were. So right now, physically, you are inside the South Tower. Right now, all of you. If I stand here, I'm outside the building. Isn't that impressive? Yes, it is. We're going that way. Do not recline on the fountain. Yes. Please don't lean on the fountain. And we have to go to that direction. You have 2 seconds. Let's go. I don't want to spend it because it's affected blind. I want to make it. when the company come and put anything, they want anytime, and they do it for the But sometimes people leave because this was the World Trade Center, because of the World was here. Sometimes they cannot come. So the organization that takes care of the place, the 9/11.org, put a white robe on the birthday of each person, even though if the family cannot come. The family can come and put more stuff, but at least to honor that person. So I'm looking for white roses. I haven't seen it yet, but sometimes there are many. Nevertheless, move here with me a little away from the fountain.
What's the name of the law firm?
Huh?
The law firm that pays for
Oh, yeah, that's a good question to do. All the questions that I don't know, I can ask you to investigate. The other day, somebody asked me why the sidewalks have a metal border. I'm still investigating that. 20 years here. The sidewalk has a metal border in New York. Anyway. That's the memorial with no name. Opened 3 years ago. For the rescue workers who have been dying in the last 20 years, I told you more than 5,000 people are dying today. So it's granite stone, not from Manhattan, but that's the granite stone that made the island of Manhattan, the same color, put together with metal of the tower and known it. It was grass like this they just made it, right? Now, listen to me. I'm going to give you a pocket. Come here. During the first 48 hours, they rescued 27 people alive from this ground. That's the just for alive. And they continue that work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week for 8 months. On the 8th week, right? They found a survivor on the naked ground. On the rescue. In the 8th week, out of the night. They took it to the Bronx. They called the experts. He was asleep on the naked rubble. One of the a tree around the fountain. A salary pear tree. Only the trunk was left on the naked rubble. For 6 green leaves were coming from the trunk. When they saw that, they went out of control and rescued the tree. They took it to the Bronx. 2 years from the rescue effort, a storm came, a lightning hit the tree, and they have to rescue the tree again. The tree is right here. We're going to pay respect. We cannot touch the tree. Do not touch it. The tree is supposed to be dead 5 years ago. The last one leaving the leaf on October. The first one, blooming on spring, when all these guys are naked. This one, right there, is covered with white flowers all over. I'm alive. And he couldn't run. Everything is simple. Okay. And it was my friend, the rugged part here, the rugged part, that's the original part. The rugged part here. But then that's ordinary. Right. We cannot touch it because, humans, we destroy it because it's taking the leaf and we don't regulate after all the 20 years. No. It was in the fountain. In the center of the plaza, surrounding the fountain with the spear, it was one of the trees there. And they don't cover it, they took it to the Bronx. They thought it was going to die. And the Bronx Botanical Garden, another borough. Oh, okay. And they took care of it until the tree started growing. 2 years on the taking care of the tree, a storm comes and lightning hit the tree and they have to rescue the tree again. And this tree is supposed to be dead 5 years ago. The lifespan of the tree passed 5 years ago. But you know what, my lovers? Guys, we said it's gonna live forever. There's a school on the Bronx that take the seeds of the tree and grow little trees and distribute it around the planet to places that have been destroyed by attack or natural disaster. So the survivor tree is going to live forever around the globe. I have goosebumps. Look at that. Isn't that special? Now, people, look at this. Come here. Come here. So you have to observe. When I was studying, I have many careers. Okay, so I give you a tour about my life. And one of them was study acting, and they can live in the moment. We are so conditioned to do stuff automatically by our culture, by how we learn, by how our family grows. That's because most of the time we don't even pay attention to what we're doing. So that's what I stopped you. I said, look where you are standing now. Look around, look around. Look at yourself. You were right here. In a crater of rubble, smoke, fire, toxic, ashes and debris. Right here, you are standing now. Isn't it magnificent? Let me tell you something. Men are not measured by the time you fall or the time you stand up stronger. Look where you are. This is America. It's magnificent. And more stuff to come. You haven't done it. You have no question. What kind of tree is that? If you have that, I encourage you to see the main exhibition of event because the museum is underground and it's big. I have many exhibitions and stuff. You see the rock, you see the wall they have to put to hold the Hudson River when they made the towers because it was the highway and the Hudson River. Tribeca was created when they lifted the dirt, they threw it there and they created Tribeca. Tribeca means triangle below Cannon Street. And you see all that. But go to the main exhibition that can take you easily 2 hours and it's underneath that fountain. The buildings, 1 floor is 1 acre. It's wonderful for this, very well for the time. And what I'm standing here is because when you get out, because it's underground, you lose tracking of time. And you get fascinated like submerged in another ocean. And suddenly you are out through that door. And you're like, what the hell I am, what the hell I am. So some of you that don't know where you are, you're going to the North Tower right there. And you're going to walk in diagonal towards the highway because the entrance that you want is facing the highway. And you have your ticket. So you get into the lobby and immediately go down because you don't need ticket, you have it. Right? You go down, you go down, you will see glass doors and white floor, that's the Oculus. But you do a U-turn again and enter the security check, both security check. Okay, the experience of the surgery starts on the I don't want to spoil it. No, you have to go first to the museum because the museum is closing early. They used to open until the night, but not anymore. Okay? Hi people, I'm supposed to end the tour right now. Can you be with me a few minutes more? Okay, this is the last stop, I promise. But I have to talk to you, okay? I don't want to do it. So? plaque, Perfuminate Center. You see the golden cube on the bottom?
Yeah.
That's how the building is gonna look. Beautiful, huh? Keep walking. A performing arts center, and it's gonna look like the golden cube on the bottom. This is the picture. That's how the building is gonna look. Continue walking. Continue walking. People, look at the bird. If we don't come here, we don't see the bird because the trees are blocking the view. See the bird? Take pictures with the bird. See the white roses? Come here, I'm watching you. Come here.
What are you watching me do?
See the bird. I have to close the tour, but I have to talk to you more. And also, I want to know why you're laughing. See the bird? I have to bring you here because on the other side, the trees are blocking the view. We're standing right here, right now, and we cannot see the winter garden that is right there in front of us. That's the job of the trees, blocking the view. So you can get into a spiritual moment. Each fountain is located where each tower was. This was the north tower. Okay? Now, come here. Let me move this way and turn around. Event group, come here. For today, no, I want you on this side. People.
Just a quick picture.
One picture.
Wait.
You want me to take your picture? Can I take your picture? Honey, they don't
I'll get it later. I'll get it later. Yeah, we'll get pictures later. Let's just try that.
Sorry, sir. Somebody dropped this. Why we don't have trash cans? Thank you. Because they can be dumped. Yeah. You have a bag with us. You have plastic cans. No. Okay, my love, let's take the picture before you go. Listen to me. I want to talk you to the tower. That's what I stand here so you can look up and break your neck.
There's the white rose.
One of the safety features, the white roses, yeah, right there. One of the, listen, safety is number one. Otherwise, the people are not going to pay top money to come back to these buildings. Safety, they're fortresses. I just want to tell you a little bit of some of the safety features of this tower. It's a massive core of vertical concrete going down to the granite stone of the island up to the 18th floor. You notice the glasses on the bottom are different than the windows. The building is that on that bed, and the building is on top. All those windows on top, bomb-proof. The ventilation system capable to filter any chemical attack. You see the lines on the top? If something happens, they will release it above the ground so it will not affect the people. Protecting the elevators and 2 stairs because the towers, unfortunately, only have 1 stair. Imagine thousands of people going down and the rescue workers going up through the same one. One for the rescue workers, one for the people, the elevators, everything protected with more than a meter thick reinforced concrete and steel walls from bottom to top. Those who are going to the observatory, the elevator taking 37 seconds there. Pay attention to the walls of the elevator. We are moving from Manhattan 1600 to today. And if you look on the observatory when the opening and put the front of your head against the glass and look down, the eye will be looking back at you. Now, I've been doing this for years, but I told the people that and not collapse. A guy on this tour years ago revealed himself and said, I'm an architect. I work with the architectural team who made this building when we're making it. First of all, for the architects in America, it's a shame that the towers collapse. So everything we're going to build now is actually super strong. Never again. Second, not only one airplane, 5 can hit it. I met this man, and this happened to me, on the Winter Garden. It's a very great place to eat, a very place in the river. And I'm sitting on the big table that people can see there, and this guy saw the match. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, years ago. Yeah. Oh, he was so excited. I'm going to check the North Tower. I mean, the World Trade Center 1. And I said, good. Thousands of people do the same every day. Good. He said, yeah. But I came because they sent me from the NASA, Florida. From the NASA? Yeah, he gave me his card. I still have it. He's a contractor for the NASA in Florida. He came to check the tower because this tower is completely green. In the basement, you have a machine designed by the NASA for the space station. Produce everything, recycle everything. If Manhattan shut down this building, the only thing you have to do is just take off. Okay? Condé Nast, a big publisher in America, 80% of the buildings are rented. Oh, really? Yeah, and all these buildings are rented. The 3 and the 4 as well. Condé Nast. Wow. All the investment companies for the because they need a main anchor renter to put millions into the building, so they own that part. But the land is owned by the government, so they can rent to Silverstein or the guy who owns the building. So it's a very complicated scheme, but it's something like that. Silverstein bought the tower 2 months before the attack. He bought the tallest building in the world, and 2 months later they're not there. Like that. So we have to So yeah, it's extremely strong, and I'm very proud of it. And some of you will go soon and enjoy it. Do you have any questions at this point? I have to conclude the tour. I'm already over the time. Questions? Ask me. Come. The White Roses is to celebrate the birthday of the victim. It's done by 9/11 the 4th to take care of the memorial. They put it in just in case the family can come. They can come and see whatever they have, but at least they're going to have a White Rose. Other questions? Come on.
Is the museum interest over there?
I'm going to take you the whole book. You are mine. Come here. Come here. I don't want you to take with you the impression of death and destruction. What I want to take with you is the Renaissance, the coming back, bigger, better, and stronger. You hit me, and I went down. Porque you know, pero that's where you are. How extraordinary and magnificent this place is, and more stuff to come. We're not even done yet. And this is you come back. It's better, it's stronger. Nobody is us. These people are people like you and me, and one day go to work, we go to come up and never come back. So we have to remember that the past, we needed to learn from it. So these things don't happen again. But we know that they're not going to stop, and the new generation has to deal with it. Different attacks. They're going to continue, but they're going to be ready. And they can allow it. Stop it never again. The future is uncertain. The pandemic shows us. So what we have is enough. There's value now. That's what we have. Take advantage of it. Be strong. Be bold. If you see something, wherever you are, because you're not only here, you can be victims from us. Wherever you are. Start screaming from the top of your lungs. Don't even think about it. If it's nothing, I'm sorry, I'm just like to say. Well, what is it you can stop it? And remember, love is more powerful than hate. And you don't remember that when we are there. Somebody push the button, you don't remember that. What is more powerful? Let's give them the love. But remember, tomorrow is promised for no one, old and young alike. So maybe today is our last chance to call our loved ones. Like to tell them how much we love them and cherish them. How important they are in our lives. Don't miss it because we don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow. We have to remember there's a memorial on that building, American Express building, it's only 11 years, to honor 11 employees that was here on the 92nd floor. They just vaporized. And I saw the memorial before they finished it, so they have pictures of them in the office. Now it's very nice, of course, young people, super happy to have that job. Imagine Tuesday morning, 8:30, you're in your office, everything's perfect, gorgeous day. 8:46, you're no longer in the planet. Like that. Don't let me tomorrow that word that whole time. And it was an honor to have you with me. This was the last one. Alright. Some of you might know I have tour only. Let me tell you, I'm Puerto Rican, born and raised, and I love to hug and kiss people, but I don't do it anymore because of the pandemic. So, Brent. Okay, Giovanni? Yes. What is right there, that cubicle is a security check. Then you see it from the ground. Yeah, I told them our hero here, Marine Free Service on Iraq. Woo! He's here in our midst. Thank you, Lord. Thank you so much. See, I can talk somebody, I think. Thank you. Listen, so everybody else is going to the musicians, right? So let's do it. Get your tickets. Thank you so much. Get your tickets out. Mask. If you don't have, thank you so much. If you don't have a mask, let's say you're preparing. Thank you. Let's keep walking. Yeah, let's keep walking. Come on, let's keep walking because I talk too much. I'm sorry. 15 minutes after I keep talking. I was in the bus for a minute. And this guy was telling the other person next to me. I used to work on the windows of the world. And he got fired the day. And he said, I was so sad that I lost my job. But right now, what's happening there? Thank you.